Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Goldford. Today I'm going to walk you through how to create a Facebook landing page using iframes. Just to give you a little background, recently Facebook announced that they would be moving away from what they called the static FBML application to pushing people to using iframes to create their Facebook landing pages. So before, what had to happen is you had to go on Facebook, add an application called static FBML, and then actually, copy and paste code into a little text box and have that code saved on Facebook.com to show your page. It was pretty restrictive. There were a lot of issues. It was pretty buggy, and so this move to iframes is a welcome change. And this is going to be coming out on March 18th. You actually will no longer be able to add the static FBML application. If you currently are using FBML, it will still work, but if you haven't already added the application, you will not be able to add it after March 18th. So the best thing, I guess, to do is for us to get started. The first thing I want to go through with you guys is just design. So the basics of Facebook, designing a Facebook landing page, the number one thing that you want to think about is the width of the page. So the width that you're allowed, the canvas size, is actually bigger for regular applications, but you can see here, this is the Coca-Cola page. The width of your page you want to design for is 520 pixels. The best way to design using that, and what we do, is we took a screenshot of Facebook's page, and then we pull that into Photoshop, and you can actually see here, we pulled that into Photoshop and just created a red space where that 520 pixel block is. So that's how we kind of are able to design within that 520 pixels. Another thing to take into account is the height of the page. Right now for iframes, Facebook naturally allows you to have a height of 800 pixels tall. We actually created a Facebook page that's taller than 800 pixels, and we're going to use Facebook's JavaScript SDK to actually resize the page, resize the height, so that the page fits without any scroll bars. And we'll walk through that a little bit later. The last thing to think about when you're designing is the like button up here. So you can see here, you have this like button up here. If you want to, for some reason, point there with an arrow or motion there in some way, telling people to like your page, it's good to know how far this distance is from the far left to the end of your name, just so you can actually point the arrow directly at that like button. So we're not going to go through the actual design, but I will show you this is what our actual design looks like. So this is 520 pixels wide. It's got some pictures, some testimonials for our company, and then an award at the bottom. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start with programming. So I'm going to go ahead over to